Hello again, part two of today's video. In this one I want to sort of talk a little bit more about the 2B reversal that I refer to, and let's clean this off. Um, there. Purely because I want to make it clear that I don't trade them as such. They're always there in my subconscious, but this is almost identical to yesterday's video. If you look at yesterday's video, you'll see there were two B's within two B's within two B's. And firstly, Vic Sperandeo is the inventor of this 2B, or he was the guy that chose to name it and write about it. Possibly it's called something else in someone else's era, as it were. He's called Trader Vic as well. So look that up online on Google or whatever, and just have a look at it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just a three swing move, and then obviously the new move is something else entirely. But the entries, so you can sort of working from left to right, you can have this in your head here. So, oh, this looks like a 2B. You can do what Vic says, put your lines on there, and then you're prepared literally in advance, which is why I love them so much. So here we are, we're in the middle of the night, whatever it happens to be. We've drawn this pattern on our chart. So Vic Sperandeo says this candle here is the poke or trigger. I never remember which. Sorry about that. Naughty. I should find out categorically. He says put a level on the high of the poke or trigger, and then once that's closed through, you can consider entering the trade. Well, if you'd entered there, you'd have a little bit of drawdown. He says put a stop somewhere down here, and the take profit somewhere near the top of the swing one. So here's swing one. This is swing two. You just saw me put the level on the bottom of swing one to then you identify the poke or trigger bar. Then you put high on the top of the poke or trigger bar, and once it's closed through clearly, then you can take your trade. Target up here. Okay, so do your own research. I wouldn't go for the extreme of that target. I know there's some sort of confluence of price action there, so I'd because of the wick on that candle. So something caused the price to push up and then back down. So you'll probably find a similar effect has happened over here. Not really. I mean, it's bounced around on that level there and messed around. But there you can see. So enter after this candle here, and there would have been a nice 15 pips between there, I should think. 15 pips is better than a poke in the eye, in my opinion. So that's that 2B. Now I can clearly see a similar thing here. Swing 1, 2, the green candle, 3. If we go down on a lower time frame, drop to the 5-minute, we should be able to draw that pattern on that chart as well. Swing 1, swing 2, swing 3. So if we do, I'll draw it on there for you. And this is really to highlight we could do that high there if you want, doesn't matter. Highlight the repetitiveness of price action if you're not already aware of that, if you're a complete novice. This is why I love price action so much, and that's what the point of this is. This whole video is to identify the repetitiveness of price action. You saw the previous video with that trend, and they happen time and time again. 5 swings, 5 being the entry, swing 1, 2, 3, 4, and a reversal. And we can see here the 2B pattern again. So this is the low that Vic tells you to draw your level on. That then allows you to identify the candle that breaks through that level there. So then we know the high of that candle is the new level to be used as the entry. That's the candle that broke through it, so that's effectively the entry candle. Now you could then use the indicators to get a precise or defined entry, because we know once a resistance level is broken by the price, then you often get a pullback to test it, and that's exactly what that's doing. Resistance acts as support, and then the price just skyrockets, and that's what it did. And that's how you trade, or you understand patterns within patterns. You know, this is an entry. We could have used this super duper 2B reversal entry to actually attack the where are we? I'm losing myself now, sorry. Attack the target based on the higher time frame 2B reversal, which is up here, as I said to you, as I pointed out just now. And that's so, instead of going for that, the high of that 2B, we know price will react there because that's a level of resistance. You can safely expect price to go to the high of the higher time frame 2B. So you're using a pattern on a higher time frame or a pattern on a lower time frame to attack the target based on the higher time frame. And that is what sort of the fractal nature of the markets is doing all the time. So you have to have a wider view on things. So there's a few different different things going on here, but the importance of this is that always, you know, once you've learnt a pattern like the 2B reversal or whatnot, so the point I was trying to make here is the repetitiveness of the patterns, the power of the higher time frame, using the lower time frame to enter, whether you use the trend analysis or whether you use 2B reversals, and also the precision of support and resistance as levels, especially for whatever reason, and I don't understand it quite why. I suppose I should study it and talk about it, but there's no need. We don't need to get into the nuts and bolts of why price does what it does. All we need to do is realise the repetitiveness of it, build your confidence on the repetitiveness of it, and just create a plan, and then just employ discipline and patience. And the patience, I suppose, the part of it that is brilliant, is that you know, and you can't, my mouse has just locked up, all of Vic Sperandio's rules. Alternatively, you don't take the trade until you've fulfilled what I'm describing here in my method, which is the moving average crossover using the alerts. So there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. No way is right or wrong. You can't ever say that. You know, people that use Fibonacci's or, you know, clouds and all these sort of things I can't even pronounce. You know, they've built a method themselves and they're happy to trade it. So hopefully this has given you some sort of value here. Watch it a few times if you need to, and hopefully something will click for you. Thank you for watching.